Hey guys, welcome to week 1 of learning how to play the Bach Presto from Sonata number 1. It's a really great piece and you guys are going to love it. A lot of times when students try to look up tutorial videos online, okay, they want to know, where do my fingers go? Now, I can make it possible for a camera to look down right at the violin, or from the side, or from the forward. The thing is here, I think to understand is that even if I set up a camera looking from the sky down to where my fingers are playing, right? We can't rely on that. The reason is because just because you can see my finger there doesn't mean you're gonna put it there. You can try to get close to it, but ultimately it's gonna be your ear that's gonna tell you the difference. So I'm gonna play the song, okay? And you need to use your ear to find that note and the rest of the notes, okay? Now, do look and pay attention at what my fingers are doing and which fingers I'm using, but don't try to just look at the fingers alone and forget about your ear, because your ear is like the doctor for your songs, if that makes sense. It's like what will really teach you where to put your fingers. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and play this a little bit slower so you can follow a little better. Alright, so I hope that can really help you. Additionally to this, we're going to have to remember some things here. Okay, when we are learning this piece, do not make the mistake of playing it way too fast. Okay, I know it's what we all want to do. We all want to just immediately, boom, go for it. But we really have to learn to be patient. If we're not patient, then basically we're gonna end up sounding a little bit too harsh. We're gonna sound really sloppily and out of control. More like, and that's not what we want. We want clear, clear notes that are very focused, and you can hear every note. That's what I'm trying to say with that piece. So, I think it would be a good idea now for me to just walk through it step by step. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to, for those of us who are re-picking up the violin and aren't sure where to put our fingers, I'm going to stand somewhere where the camera can see me there. I'm going to go step by step on how to do this, okay? So we start with this first measure, 6 notes per measure, okay? These are all 16th notes, 6 notes per measure, very important. Now, the first 3, G natural, which is right next to that F sharp. We want to play this with our second finger. With our fourth finger, our pinky, we want to play the B flat. Now that, if you can find your A, the B flat is right next to the A, right? Hear Hear that? Okay. Those are the first three notes. Then we move on to the D down here. D and G. So notice I keep both my third and my second finger right down there. Okay. Now what's really important is that you use your ear. Remember, don't just rely on my fingers. You need to use your ear if you're gonna get this piece. Okay? Sing it if you have to. Okay? Get that sound in your head, okay? And that's it. Just practice that measure alone. Just don't move to the next measure until you're able to do that, if that makes sense. Okay? And then a little bit after that, once we get all the notes figured out, we can work on how to make it sound better, right? It's not, right? It's a lot faster and a lot sharper. We got to put more pressure down and speed. There's a lot of pressure and speed in this piece. It's like you're going on the attack, dun dun dun, if that makes sense. Okay? But again, don't move on until you can work the measure by the measure. Okay? So let's move on here. After we do this, our fingers are right here, and we want to go down. To the B, right here, B flat, and that's right at the very bottom. So it's quite a stretch for the first finger there. So there, and then back to the D. Sure on, and then same thing, but on the G side. And now instead of going to the second finger, you stay with the first. Okay, and now instead of the first or the second and the first, we go 0. Okay. So let's see if you can see what I mean here. We have the second finger to the fourth, back to the second, to the third, to the first, to the third, back to the first, back to the third, and then to a 0, and back to a third, back to a 0, and then we're going to move on after that. So it's just a neat little thing about the music we're playing, okay? It's called counterpoint, and it's kind of like bouncing back and forth between an idea, always returning back to it and then going, on to a different one. It's really quite beautiful. Now, okay, so moving on here, we're in the middle, right there. I want to say, let's see. Okay, not quite. So we're at that B flat there, and then D, and then B flat. Okay, so let me do that in the camera. Okay. Might help if I stand like this. You can see my fingers there. So let's use that second one, and then that open D string, and then that second finger back there. Okay. And then the G string, and then back to that second finger, then D, then G, then B flat, then D, then G natural, then back to the D. Okay, and this is the slurring part here. So let me turn back around here. This is the slurred part. Okay, all in one bow stroke. D, C natural, B flat, A, open A, cross strings to the G. Okay? And then we do F sharp on the D string, open D, F sharp again, A, D, F sharp. Okay? And that really is the end of week 1. Okay? Now, right now, some of you may not really be used to playing at this level or playing this many notes or this, in this style. Because this is a style, it's all 16th notes and it's all really fast and, a lot of switcheroos and going back and forth between notes and, more importantly, string crossing from one string to the other. But you practice it slowly. And then you can get faster at it. See? And that will be the end of what you should learn for week 1. Focus on getting that to sound the best that you can. Now, do I expect you to sound, amazingly at week 1 at full performance speed? That would be awesome. However, we need to learn at our own pace, right? The purpose of breaking it into weeks here is not to say you are forced to, learn this thing masterfully by the end of this week. Because I know that doesn't happen all the time, especially when you have multiple lines, okay? What this really is meant to do is to encourage you to practice more consistently and to have a goal of where you want to be. And if you do it consistently, okay, over time, what I mean to say is you don't know when you're going to get there, but this will help you get there even faster. It might not be at the end of that first week, but if you practice and are steady to it, okay, you can get there. It's like swimming for an island almost sometimes, So hopefully seeing it like this will help you to actually see that island a little bit clearer. Okay, I hope this video really helps you, and I'm excited to help you guys learn this awesome piece by Johann Sebastian Bach. My name is Walter, here with Melody Angels, and hope you guys have a great night.